Hi, I'm Pete Marin with Airbrush Events. You're watching one of 13 videos that I created on how I airbrush caps at events. Now, these videos were really created for my team, so you'll notice the language is directed towards them, but I wanted to share it with you and the rest of the internet. So please comment, like, and subscribe, and feel free to use the designs.
All right, now we're going to do number 2. So there are two schools of thought. Do I put the name first and then put the color on top, or do I put the color first and put the name on top? Technically speaking, I think the best way to do it for aesthetics is to put the color first with the name on top, because even though we're using transparent colors, they will show on top of black even just a little bit. Okay, so it makes the black less black. It might fade out the black a little bit. Really hard to notice. So I'm not so critical about it when we're doing events because we move fast. I would rather do it the opposite for this reason. Sometimes, and it's less critical on hats, but sometimes on a shirt when you do a name, you know, maybe the name is a little longer than you anticipated and it ends up being off to one side. You can use the background after you do the name to sort of bring it back to center by adjusting the position of the background or the size of the background, or maybe where you put the stars, for example. So that'll help balance the design out in the end. Again, it's sort of a quick cheat method for working fast at events. It's not something I do all the time. All right, let's get into number 2. I like doing one stroke lettering versus 2 strokes, especially on hats, because it's tricky to begin with to try to get the 2 stroke nailed in the right position. Also, it's just faster. So if you can do thick, thin lettering quickly for events, I think that's ideal. You don't want to fuzz too much so you can move quickly. Now here, I'm about 8 to 10 inches away from the hat. I'll say more like 10 inches. So I get a nice soft fade. I start by drawing the circle nice and light and I darken as I go. Again, optionally, you can do a drop shadow. Do this one in purple. And while I still have the purple in my hand, I'm going to finish it off with doing some stars. Now in the design sample, we have a star here and a star here. With the hat, because of placement and lack of space here, I decided to put the stars where it makes the most sense. And that's what's nice about stars. You can use them as filler. Like I could go on and kind of put a couple here to balance everything out. So I try to pick up each color just once, do all the purple, do all the black. Now I'm going to do all the pink, which is very simple. It's another faded circle. And I want to run the pink into the purple about halfway and into the white, obviously leaving a little bit of a white area in the middle. Nice and soft. Right, so I'm not covering all the purple, covering about half, so the two blend together nicely. If you want, you can add a little bit of pink here, and I'm talking really light. That's optional as well. I prefer it without, to be honest. And that's design number 2.